Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I know it's been a very, very long time since I have streamed on my Twitch channel. I have joined a new community as a quick update, and I'm with gamingmommies.com because, as many of you know, I'm a mommy and I game, so I am a gaming mommy. And I have the pleasure of being joined tonight by Beth, who is one of the community admins. Hi, Beth, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I am kind of a fairly new member, and so refresh my mind. Tell me more again about what Gaming Mommies is and what we look to do here.
Well, basically, the community is there for not mainly just mommies, but we do have some dads too. And it's basically a community for people looking for camaraderie and people to game with that are family friendly. And yeah, just looking for new friends to play with, basically, who understand what it's like to have kids and other responsibilities and stuff like that. So we found a lot of really good friends through this community for sure.
And what kind of games do you play? I know tonight we're going to be doing League of Legends, which is one of my favorites, but I actually got started with Gaming Mommies. My friend with children told me about your community for Minecraft. What are the games do y'all play?
Oh yeah, Minecraft is really big. Right now, probably our two biggest groups we have is Minecraft because we do have a private server for that, and then World of Warcraft. We've got raids going on every weekend for Horde and Alliance usually. So we do have a lot of Minecraft. WoW. We do have a clan actually. It's GMGU. GM Gamers United is what it stands for, and they do a lot of Call of Duty, Halo, console games for both PlayStation and Xbox. So those are really popular as well. In the past, we've done Guild Wars 2. Tomorrow, we're doing Little Big Planet as well. So
Really?
that's going to be a lot of fun.
Woo!
Yeah.
Now, you said that this was family friendly, and I talked about, hearing about it from a friend who had children with Minecraft, because my daughter is a huge, huge Minecraft player. She's a nut. And so I got involved with the community for my daughter to have kind of a safe place to go and a haven online. What's the age requirements and the behavioral expectations when children and adults are on the server?
Well, I know it differs. It differs with games. With Minecraft, I'm not one of the admins that are on that often. That's more of a Teremi Lee and Amanda question. But I know we do have actual what we call play dates for other games like Mario Kart on 3DS, and we'll do Animal Crossing and stuff like that. And we kind of leave it up to the parents about if they think their child is old enough to follow the guidelines that we have set there, but we don't really have an age limit on it because we have rules set in place for no profanity and stuff like that. So we try to keep it as family friendly as we can. And on game nights like 3DS and stuff like that, we do monitor the vent channel because we allow the kids to get on vent, and we usually try to have an admin on at all times to try to monitor what's going on in that channel.
Sounds really great. And I know that I've been here for about a month or so since, no, not even a month. It's only been like 2 weeks since Christmas. Because that's when my daughter got her computer and her Minecraft set up. And I've just had a blast working with and playing with the different members of the community. What other ways can we get a hold of? I know that on the stream we've got the gamingmommies.com and you've got the Minecraft and the League of Legends kind of subgroups. But how can someone get connected to these places?
Well, actually, that's a great question. We've actually got, I think, close to 15, might be more than that, 15 private Facebook groups on Facebook. You can look at them through our gamingmommies.com. If you go up to the top underneath groups, we have all those categories set up on there, and we found that that's the easiest way for people to find friends to connect with.
Okay.
And also of course we've got our Twitter and Instagram and things like that to help to help with game night, spreading the word for game nights and stuff like that. But yeah, probably the easiest way is to go to gamingbommies.com and go underneath groups. We've got League of Legends is probably one of our newest groups, but we've also got a craft group. We've got Animal Crossing. We've got PlayStation, Xbox. So we've got groups for Guild Wars 2. We've got quite a few on there.
This sounds so much fun. Now, I know that you're watching the stream, and it looks like our very last player who's going to be helping us put this real quick tutorial on how to play League of Legends has just popped in. So there he is. So we're going to be moving down to Team One and getting this night kicked off. Do you have any last comments for our viewers about gaming mommies and daddies?
Uh, I'm real glad to be doing this because I'm new to League of Legends, so I'm really appreciative that y'all are putting this together for me to learn. Because yeah, usually I do MMORPGs, but it's been like I said, Guild Wars 2, Aeon, stuff like that. So this is all new to me. So thank you for putting this together.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad to be able to use my streaming setup. I haven't streamed in a couple months and I was missing it. So thank you for letting me throw this together for you guys. And
Nope, nope.
I,
Okay, you
I,
have to let me speak. Sorry about that.
I'm
I
on
was trying to
stream,
get I
Alistar.
was trying to get to work and I'm calm down. I
I'm
was trying to get it to work and I'm like, what the heck is this crap doing?
hey, mind your language. I run a clean stream. Go down to room one, Alistar. I'll talk to you in a bit. Shoo shoo. I'm taking my broom to you. Whack whack. Go go. Shoo. He's an old buddy of mine. I met him on one of my League of Legends communities, and so I poked him, and I'm so happy that he's come to join us and to help us out. He'll be our top lane tonight, and so hopefully he'll be able to tell
Awesome,
us all about top lane.
awesome. I'll be watching.
Okay, great. Thank you again, Beth. Elsar, come. I'm dragging you by the ear. Let's go. Team one room. Let's go. Come on. Joink joink. Let's go. Rawr. Rawr. He's not moving.
I'll move them.
Okay. All right, and we are here. Thank you everyone so much for watching. We got to hear from Beth, who is the Gaming Mommies admin, and I'm in the room now with, hang on, get my list of names going up there, with Midnight. She is the Gaming Mommies League of Legends admin. Hi, Midnight.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome to my Twitch channel.
I'm glad I could be here. So
Can I have
exciting.
like some help here getting this thing set up and stuff? And it's having I don't know how to get this set up. It's taking me off.
Alistair is used to TeamSpeak, so he's not very familiar with
On Skype.
Ventillo. Yeah, and Skype. So just a couple quick rules before we help get you set up, Alistair, and just kind of rules in general. This is gamingmommies.com stream, and so since it's all family friendly, we do want to keep the language on the PG or sweeter side. So if they'll say it on My Little Ponies, it's fair game. I think is the best bar to set there.
That's a good way of putting it.
Let's use our My Little Pony language. We're all bronies for tonight. Okay, Alistar, what are you having trouble with on your vent?
His mic, just like me.
Oh, hey, there's my Yordle. Okay, so little Yordle, can you tell Alistar what you did to fix the setup with the mic?
Um, I went to the device settings and changed the settings for my mic to be actually one of the main devices is gonna pick up from.
I mean, no,
See,
no, it's picking up from my microphone, but my sensitivity is everything is like ridiculous, and
I think
I
that's under
don't.
setup.
I know
yeah.
what I'm don't.
Did you bottom down, or are you not doing control or shift for talking? Are you toggling to talk or?
You'll definitely want to switch that over to something like like caps lock or well,
Yeah, use
no,
your
I
Travis
mean, no,
used
I
it
don't
too.
favorite.
use
So
I don't use push to talk normally because it's a pain in my rear.
Well, your
yeah, I
settings
understand.
isn't too off. It's picking you up nice and clearly, and it's cutting it off when you're done talking, and we're not hearing your background noise when you're not talking. So I think it's pretty good. You should probably go ahead and minimize vent and be ready to play.
Alrighty, I guess that works.
Okay. So just again
Alistair
one.
was in.
So go ahead.
I know Yordle.
Yeah, so let me do my
You know me.
introductions. We had Midnight, who is the Gaming Mommies League of Legends moderator. We're being joined also tonight by Rage Burr, aka Steve, Captain America. Captain America. Who's not talking?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I'm here.
There he is. Good evening, Captain Rage Burr. One of our
Good evening.
Good evening, one of our gaming daddies. And a couple of my buddies from my old community. We've got my jungler, time to Yordle.
I'm hearing
Yes.
weird noises that I'm not heard from anything before.
Just telling you that people are logging in. And that voice that you just heard was Alistair. He's going to be playing our top laner tonight.
I don't mind. I don't mean it. So if I feed, I apologize.
You'll be fine.
That'd be great.
Alrighty, I will hand it
Alright,
over
Kat, so if you could go
to.
ahead and get us started, that would be great.
Okay,
Sounds
that's what
good.
that was. It was there was another Yordle there for a moment.
Yep. It's just
Oh
that
yeah.
sound
Yeah,
that you're
I saw
hearing
two
is
tiny
Ventrilo's.
yordles.
Yeah, there was.
interesting.
We don't need it. One's enough.
Alrighty, so let me just switch my game plan over. All right, so welcome to Gaming Mommy's League of Legends. This is the event Scrubbing Bubbles, in that we are going to be talking to the new players who are new to League of Legends. This is your launch screen, what you'll see when you first kind of log in and get ready to play. And when you're ready to play, you've got a team of 5 players ready to go, 4 of your friends. We're going to
Hello.
start a hello, whoever joined us in the channel.
I think it was just one of us saying hello to say hello.
Okay. We're going to let me give you a quick interface real quick if you don't mind, Midnight. So up here you've got your League of Legends beautiful logo, and then the interesting information, the news that's going on is going to be in the main screen. Down toward the bottom, you've got notifications, tells you when friends pop online, like you just saw there. You can do control your chat rooms. League of Legends has chat rooms, your friends list. And then down here, if a friend messages you, you'll see their information pop up. I'm going to ignore Fun, please. Sorry, Fun. I'm going to ignore you for right now. Here at the very top, here's
I
your
don't play
level in
with
the
fun
box.
anymore.
Here's your level. As you can see, I'm level 30, which is your maximum level on League of Legends. That doesn't mean I'm any good. It just means I've been playing for a long time. There's a store that you can use both riot points and influence points in order to buy things. Riot points can only be purchased with real money. So, kiddos, if you're looking for birthday presents for friends who play
Unless
League
you
of
earn them from
Legends,
tournaments.
I, quit interrupting. I'm getting there. You can buy League of Legends Riot Points gift cards. You can also win them, as Alistar said, from tournaments. And we'll talk about tournaments in a different installments of Gaming Mommy's League of Legends. Influence points are earned by playing games. Winning gets you more points than losing games, but it's not all about winning. You can check out information about your summoner profile here, and there's the store. When you're ready to play, we're going to click the button here in the top middle to click play. Midnight, remind me, were we doing bots first?
I think that'll be the easiest way to so that if we need to run back or forth awkwardly to try and explain something,
Sounds
it'll be a
good.
little easier to do that.
All
Oh, can
right.
I throw in an interesting little tidbit?
Sure, go right ahead, Alistair.
League of Legends was actually originally called League of Legends Clash of Fates.
Ooh. So
I
when,
did not know that.
yeah, me either. Nice little
That's
history.
what they called it in the original trailer. Silver's hair was also pink in the original trailer.
That makes me giggle to no end. All right, so we're going to be playing what's called a bots game, and that refers to the fact that we're going to be playing against robots, artificial intelligence, AI. So we're going to click this tab that says Co-op versus AI, and you'll see Classic and Dominion. We're going to be sticking with Classic today and looking at the 5 versus 5, also known as 5v5, Summoner's Rift. For difficulty, we're going to go with beginner, is you heard Midnight mention, just in case we have to run around crazy because we're trying to explain something to you. Beginner AIs have the easiest AIs to handle. Well, actually, intro would have the easiest. Beginner has slightly harder, but still easy. And intermediate, they've gotten pretty smart recently, so it's a little more challenging before you go directly into the player versus player, which we'll do next. Once you've clicked on the difficulty, we're going to start with beginner. You have your last step, either solo, you're playing by yourself, and so it'll match you up with 4 other players, or you can invite your own teammates. Since I have 4 people ready to play with me, I'm going to click on invite teammates. It's going to give you some suggested players. You can pick those, or on this button right here, you can click to invite people from your friends list. So I'm going to find Alistair and scroll down and find Midnight. More scrolling, there's the captain. And last but not least, time to Yordle. When I've gotten all my players that I wanted to invite, I'm going to click invite players and I'm going to wait for them to accept.
Gentleman Poirot.
As you can see, there's an all chat where you can type at your friends in case you don't have headsets or TeamSpeaker Ventrilo, which is what we're using right now, or Skype, as you heard Alistair commenting about before. So I'm going to type a little bit to my friends. There we go. And when everyone has accepted, all green, you hit start game. It's going to put you into the searching for match queue and you get the arranged team chat. These queues usually go pretty fast. Please hit accept before that timer runs out or you have to start all over again. Here we go. Now we're in our turn to pick. You get to pick your favorite champion. In this team chat is a good time to say which role you're going to play, and we'll talk about roles when we get started in the map. As you can see, we're doing acronyms. Midnight called mid, that means she's going middle lane. Um, Brageburr called sup, which means he is going support. Time to Yordle, JG, he's going jungle. And I have picked ADC, that means I'm going bottom lane. I'm looking for the most damage dealing character I can find. Alistar, as we said earlier, is going top, so he called it and he spammed it a little bit. You don't want to spam it too much because some people might think that that's bad manners. But that's all right. He didn't spam it too much. Just 4 little mentions there. There's Midnight commenting. There's a little timer up here on the upper left. Make sure that you select your champion. I'm going to pick my favorite, Ashe. She might not be the favorite of everyone, and she's probably not the strongest in the meta, but I absolutely love her. And she's the character that you play in the intro when you're first learning to play the game. As you get up in levels, you'll have runes and masteries. Don't worry about these at your opening levels. Also, don't worry about your summoner spells in your opening levels. Be sure to hit lock in before your timer runs out. Okay, 10 seconds counting down.
As long as you have a champion selected, if you don't press lock in, it'll still lock you in at the
Oh,
end.
really? Oh, okay. Thank
You
you
gotta
for
add that
clarifying
in
that.
there.
Thank you for clearing that up. I wasn't sure. I thought you had to like click it and stuff.
As long as you have a champion selected, it will not kick you.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for clarifying. The next screen that you're going to be seeing is Champion Select. And on the stream, you're going to see an oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I've got the wrong one. We already did Champ Select. We're going into the load screen now. My apologies for that. I forgot my overlays. So we're going into the load screen now. You're going to see your five-man team versus the opposing five-man team. And here's where you get to see the different icons for the summoner spells. Don't worry about those by right now. I'm sure Midnight will be happy to help organize a tutorial where we go into the different summoner spells and what they do and how to use them. But you can see people have different skins. So you've got your basic, there's an Ash here on the bottom. That's what Ash normally looks like. But I spent some money and bought this skin, Heartseeker Ash, just because I think it looks beautiful and I love red roses. And she's got one. So that's the skin I almost always wear. There we go. And now we're in the map and I turn it over to Midnight to talk about the
I'll
map.
tell you this there, Yordle. In a gang, a top lane is going to be a needed thing. That's a Shin and a Nunu.
Yeah, thanks for life.
I picked Kinnan. This is not a good choice.
Looks like
Well, you have
Midnight
enemy
is
no mana.
Pretty
forgetting
good point.
to click her push to talk button. Midnight, don't forget to push the button. I'll keep up a running commentary. We're going to be seeing a lot from my point of view here in the ADC. As we continue doing these midnight, it might be a good idea for me to step back to spectate the different roles or to try my hand at the different roles. I'm not very good, so I'm not sure how well that will work. But right now, we're going to be looking at the ADC, and I'm going to try to poke in my camera angle to what's going on in the other lanes so that we can see what's going on. So on the map right now, we're looking at bottom lane. And there's Ash. That's the one that the camera keeps following. And this beautiful little pixie fairy girl with the staff doing a cute little dance right there, being played by Rage Burr, is my support character, Lulu. And her job is going to keep me alive as long as possible and not let me die, so that I can get as strong as I possibly can, so I can do damage. Over here in the top lane, this is Udyr, time to Yordle. He's playing our jungle, which means he's going to be hanging out all over the map. He's going to be roaming around in all these different areas and going to be appearing in different lanes as we go. Here we go.
Okay. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about leashing and invading their jungle?
Well, usually you don't need to. In this new meta, the jungle doesn't need a leash from mid. But usually what a jungle does is gank lanes. For example, top lane. Top lane right now is having a difficult time because it's 2 versus 1. So my job will be to help them out, which I am about to go top
Now he
after
hits.
I get to level 3.
Sorry for interrupting. He had said the word gank in there, and I just wanted to clarify for some of our newer viewers. Gank means that he's going to go in and try to make his presence known in that top lane there and possibly do enough damage to either score the kill himself or allow his top lane player to get the kill.
And I'm on my way.
Oh, I'm lagging.
It's all right, Alistair. These are bots. You'll be fine.
Yes, I know. I just hope I don't get first blood. That'd
You,
be embarrassing.
you shouldn't. It'll be okay. Just play safe.
Yeah,
Play
that would
safe.
be.
Again, we're here so that we can explain things more so than put on a perfect game. That comes later.
Yeah.
There you go.
So have you
Gank,
noticed
and I got 2 kills.
Oh, good job. I'm sorry that you guys didn't get to see the action on that. You can see here in the mini map on the bottom right, the little bubbles with people's faces on it.
Kinnan OP.
It's kind of hard to push and talk and play.
That's my issue with push to talk. That's why I don't use it.
Oh, you never used
Yeah,
push to talk
I
in our
guess
old tournaments?
Nope.
Wow, I always did.
Never used it. Never.
Maybe maybe that's why I died so much.
You were focusing on trying to press that button.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta push the button so they can hear me. So the
Get it?
The green
I
bar
have.
above
Can you
my
do me a
head.
favor?
Nice.
Rage, drop a ward in that bush. Rage, drop a ward there. Or, oh, you don't
I
have
don't.
ward.
I don't have the. Yeah, I've got the support one,
Cat, is your ward up?
Yep,
or the one I usually use for support.
Can you
Yeah,
drop it
guys,
there?
can
I'll TP bot lane it
done.
and roam
Okay.
soon.
He wanted to drop a ward. What a ward does is
Let
it
them push
gives
up a
you
little bit.
visibility. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Gives you visibility in a spot that you wouldn't normally be able to see the map or see other players in there. And he had said it allows me to TP. That means he is going to teleport into the lane. You can teleport to either turrets, which are these guys right here. These are friendly turrets. Or you can teleport to wards, which is why he had requested that I place my ward right here. So that way he could teleport in. That allowed him to go quickly from where he was somewhere else on the map into our lane, allowed him to push the enemy champions away and secure. Did we get any kills on that one? I wasn't paying attention. I was busy talking.
I got the
Yeah,
devil.
we got both of them.
Ah, good job. Killed them both. I'm going to go ahead and return to my fountain so that I can heal and show them the store. The button that you use to recall to go
I'm
back to base
right there with you.
is this icon here, or you can use the hotkey letter B. I like using the letter B. Each champion has their own special recall animation. And I'm really ghosty right now because I was hiding out in the grass. I was sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. The grass so tall and I so short you couldn't see me. Welcome to the store. We're looking at it from the ADC's vantage point. Each one of these items is kind of sectioned off onto what they do to make it easier to find. Since I'm the attack damage carry, I want to look under attack and damage. I've already purchased for myself this Doran's Blade, which is a really great starting one. And now I think since I have plenty of money, I'm going to go for the pickaxe next. Notice the little green text says that it gives me plus 25 to my attack damage. So I'm going to do 25 more points of damage, physical damage, whenever I do a hit. I'm taking some damage, but I'm doing okay, so I'm not going to buy health potions, but you could if you wanted to.
look at bot lane, please. We're gonna gank. I'm gonna gank.
Okay, here we go. Here's a gank. He's moving in. Stunned Ashbot. He's focusing on the ADC. You always want to focus on your enemy attack damage carry because they're the ones who's going to be doing damage to you. If you can drop them quickly, they're usually can't stand a chance. There it was.
Unless they're fed.
Yeah, unless they're fed. That refers to having gotten a lot of kills really early and really fast. And so you have a lot of gold
Like
in
me.
order. Yeah. You have a lot of gold in order to purchase a lot of items. And you've got a lot of experience. And so your stats are rolled up really high. And you end up doing more damage than your opponents. I'm going to go and look into mid lane here real quick. I'm just going to sit in bot lane, so Lulu, you may have to protect me. Here's Midnight
Coming to
versus
gank
Rise.
mid.
Will do.
Maybe
Hey,
I
Oh,
should clarify about the teleport spell a little bit. Like, if you get in game, you'll realize after looking at it, it's got a pretty high cooldown. It starts with the 300-second cooldown, which obviously is 5 minutes. But if you use it on a
Oops,
turret,
sorry.
it lowers it down to 240 seconds, which takes a minute off of the timer. So it is preferable to use it on a turret, that way you can teleport more often. But sometimes you don't have that option.
Explain
you're
the
noticing.
pings on the map
You're
as I'm
noticing
going.
right now that there was some arrows that were showing down. You may have heard these little pings. That was Yordle telling his teammate Alistair that he was on his way to that location. So that way Alistair could try to maneuver himself in order to get his enemy combatants into position so that way time to Yordle, the jungle, could get a clean shot. Right now they're here at the blue buff working to give some mana regen. I think Yordle, you're going to be giving that to, yes, his mid lane. That's going to allow Midnight to stay in her lane longer, preferably longer than Rise. Put a lot of pressure on him in order to dominate the lane. The best way to win games is to secure these objectives by destroying enemy turrets, not necessarily by killing everyone, but just by pushing out these turrets, because you want to eventually get to this nexus here and blow it up. But you gotta.
Could you explain CS to them for me?
Sure, CS stands for I don't even know, um, but
Score.
Creep
Creep
score.
score.
creep score. Thank you. And I was a shoutcaster, ladies and gentlemen. Um, creep, creep score, CS. You see these little guys that are coming in with axes trying to eat our faces? These are minions. These are the little creeps. And for every one that you kill, your creep score goes up. And my creep score is like way over here. Hang on a second. I want to check my stream real quick, make sure the visuals are coming up. Yep, we're doing good.
I love how all of our CS is extremely low. I understand it's a bot game, but this is at this point in the game, you want to roughly average 10 creep a minute is what the real pros try to get, but obviously no one's pro except for the pros, so you're not always going to get that amount. But
He's talking about these scores
the
right
amount we've
here.
got right now for the time it is really bad.
And don't worry about trying to get these numbers up high, your first couple games, especially here with the bot game where I'm doing more talking than I am doing playing. But this is your CS right here. And the more CS you have, the more gold you end up getting. So you definitely want, as he said, to try to get this up as high as possible. One of the good ways to do that is watch the health, the little bars floating above the minions' heads. And when those bars are low and you think you can kill it, you go in and get what little ching ching sound, and I get money. That's how you up your CS and how you get additional funds so that you can buy better gear than your opponents and win.
That's not what I meant to do.
That's what I meant to do. I don't know what we did, but I did it.
Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about mid. I'm currently just resting in the store, so you're not missing anything visually. Um, but the purpose of my position is essentially to farm,
Farm
which I
is
am doing
getting.
poorly at, as he poked out.
Sorry, farming means to just kick back and try to get as much CS as possible.
There's echo
So
though.
yeah, I essentially farm, and the point is to out farm and outplay the other mid laner. I can't hear anything, sorry.
That's all right. Go right ahead. Keep going.
Okay, so my point is to out farm and kind of keep my opponent poked down so that they cannot take my tower.
And by poke down, he means you want to keep their mana low. If you look at right above me, the
She.
blue is my mana and the green is my health. So poke down. I'm sorry, she. I said he. I'm sorry. Um, I just realized what you were. I'm so sorry.
I
I
I
can
pointed it out for you.
I can English. I swear. Oh my goodness, my Mexican is showing.
She can English.
I can English.
We
Um,
like your English.
but poke basically means that she's going to do her best to keep the enemy champion low health and low mana. So that way they're forced to recall and go back to their base to regenerate their life and their mana as often as possible, or for them not to engage very aggressively because it would be dangerous for them and they could possibly die.
Let's do dragon in a couple minutes.
10-4, just call out when you're ready for it. He asked for dragon. There's
I'll come down
this
and help with it after I back.
There is this guy right here, and you notice how I clicked on my mini map? I'm immediately walking to that destination. It's going to give me a little white line to show where I'm going. And there's the dragon. He's a beefy little monster. He's an epic monster, does range attacks, and he gives a team buff when you manage to kill him. You give different buffs each time, and each time
Wait
he buffs you, it's a little different, and
for me.
it could give you a really distinct advantage. You don't have to be near the dragon pit when it dies in order to gain the buff. Just being alive when the dragon goes down allows you to have that buff. Now, what you saw me do
I
there with
want to
that
take this
big,
blue buff if you don't completely mind.
you saw there there was this big arrow that came in and suddenly the other archer stopped moving. That was the ultimate. Each character has an ultimate that does something different. Ash's is a straight line big arrow shot that when it hits, it stuns the target that it hits, and then makes everyone else in the proximity move a lot slower. So it's a really nice ultimate to have, especially when you've got multiple members of your team there ready to jump on those weakened champions. Lulu, what's your ultimate do?
My ultimate enlarges my ally and knocks them up into the air. For 7 seconds, it gives them 300 health plus a fraction of my ability power as bonus health and slows nearby enemies by 30%.
Awesome. And so as you can tell that would be a very, very good one to have as a support as it gives whoever he targeted, which would probably be me, extra health, makes me
Or
nice
a
and big.
tank.
Yeah, or the tank, the person who's going to stand there and just soak up damage. Yeah. Here's Ari, our mid laner. She's what's called roaming. She's coming into different lanes, not to steal our experience or anything, but to just kind of help us out. We're not doing too good here in our lanes, mostly because I have been really distracted in terms of talking and trying to explain things and show off the map. Top lane, will you
You're
tell us a
fine.
little
I
bit?
was hoping to show off my ult for you
Oh,
here
okay.
in a second. It's almost up. It should be up in like 2 seconds.
Okay. Let's go ahead and
I can
go
go
up
ahead and
to
show off mine up.
our.
Wait, no, I want to use it on people, so wait till I have people to kill.
Okay. Hey, come mid lane with me, Ari, so that we can see your ultimate. See, she pinged in there. Pings are a really great way to communicate, especially if you're not using um, a voice
Alright,
chatter.
I have a ultimate and 2 people to kill, so feel free to switch to me if you wish.
Okay, just a moment.
No! Get back here, Shin! Shin left. Never mind.
He's here in lane with us.
Yes, I know, he left me.
Sorry.
That's his ultimate.
What was his ultimate?
Shin's ultimate allows him to teleport to a different, to an ally, and it gives him a shield for a certain period of time as he's
Oh,
teleporting.
is that why he always appears out of nowhere and kills my face?
Yes,
Yep.
indeed.
Oh, see, I never knew this.
It is 11:49.
Okay, so Ari, what was your ultimate and all that mess? I totally didn't even see it.
That's okay. It's kind of easy to miss. Both my ultimate and my flash are down. Flash is one of the summoner spells that we have an option to choose at the beginning of the game. It allows you to jump a short distance. My ultimate is essentially 3 additional flashes that I can use to jump through walls, run away, or come down quickly on another champion, so I can take them out more quickly.
I have people to kill. Just
Oh,
tell me when you're on me.
Okay, okay.
You're on me?
Wait.
Alright, my ultimate
Go,
is
go, go.
Kennen drops this. Too late. I thought you were on me. They're dead.
I totally did it. Go ahead and describe what we saw because we saw it.
It went by pretty fast. Kennen is a ninja, to simplify that up. So that explains why things went by so fast. But his ultimate drops a circle around him, and while that circle is up for a total of 4 seconds, everything within that area takes a chunk of damage and adds a stack of his passive, which is called Mark of the Storm. Kennen's passive is every 3 stacks that he drops onto a person, after a third one, it'll stun them for a moment. And that allows him to really kill somebody, because they can't do anything when they're stunned. And this is why Kennen's ridiculous.
And he also turns
And
into a very cute static ball.
Yeah, that's what his E's does. Gives him a lot of movement speed and turns him like that.
Yay!
But his ultimate, as in that circle, is great for team fights, which is when each team gets together and they fight. It's kind of explanatory, but
They do it
everything
out.
that's hit in it will get a couple of stacks, and it'll quickly stun and allow him to shred an entire team, if need be. My ultimate's back up in a couple seconds, so you want to see if I can 1v4?
Yeah. Hang on, let me get to you. Let me get
Where'd
to you.
they go?
Wait. They're just south of
Oh,
me.
I just killed Lilux, so it's gonna be 1v3, so...
Go for it. I'm
3,
on you.
2, 1...
They stunned you. There's the ultimate. Boom! Get the Nunu! Down, triple kill. And the ace. Nice.
So Ash used her ultimate to stun me, but I counteracted with my ult, even though I was stunned, and said, I don't care, you're gonna get stunned back.
We're in what's called late game roaming right now, which means none of us are in our lanes that we started in on that we were kind of assigned. We're just kind of all over the place. And notice how,
Except for
they've got,
top lane.
yeah, top lane
Do you want to
almost
give me
always.
blue?
That's roughly what top lane does, and essentially, is you will see most top laners spend pretty much the entire game just pushing top. Which is why they're ridiculous, because they will sit there and kill and farm and go at it repetitively over and over again until they've killed everybody, or anyone comes in the lane, they try and kill them, they just push. Then there's the top laners that say, hey, I've won lane, let me leave.
I want to show you a couple of no-nos if you're nearby.
Sure thing. Give me just a moment. I will get to a bush to
No!
hide and
Bad
then.
rise!
All right, camera's on you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna let her take me out. I was given blue buff, which...
So she's got the little blue ring around her. Your microphone cut out.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So if Lux takes me out, which she's going to here in a second, she steals my blue.
That blue buff gives a very big mana regen bonus because mana is blue. And what that allows especially the mana dependent classes, most of us, I think all of us are except for Kennen, allows us to stay in lane longer, allows us to do whatever it is that we need to do, spam our abilities, because all of our special abilities here cost mana.
It also gives a small amount of CDR, which it stands for cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction gets maxed out at 40%, and obviously reduces your cooldowns. Reduces the time that your abilities and everything stay on cooldown, which is really good, because at 40% cooldown, say something that takes 100 seconds normally on cooldown would take 60 seconds instead.
Right.
Essentially.
Would somebody mind showing off the towers, the rings on the towers, how not to get lasered at a tower?
Sure thing. I
Me.
think
Oh yeah,
Ah!
I'm already at a turret tower if you want to focus on me. Okay, see, there's this giant ring that when you're in a normal game is not gonna be here, but if I go into this ring without my minions there, the turret will attack me and continue to attack me until I leave the range. Turrets do not do very little damage. They're quite heavy on the damage they do, so you tend to want to avoid them unless you're a tankier champion, who's gonna build pretty much straight defense, like armor and magic resist and health. But when I have minions in the turret range, I can do what I just did there and destroy the turret with little resistance, especially if there's no one there. But if you attack an enemy that's within the turret range, while they are there's no whether there's minions or not. If you attack a
Go
enemy
into
within
the
that turret
turret.
range,
Go into the
the
turret
turret
before
will then
me.
switch to you. Look, minions. Look,
Minions,
Rise
he's
is there,
safe.
so I'm gonna attack Rise.
And the
I
turret
attack
is now
Rise, it
targeted.
targets me. Get here.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the shop real quick
I think
because
I'm gonna go back there with you.
I have lots of money to spend.
Do we only have one dragon stack? Let's kill dragon again.
Yeah, we only have one dragon.
We also haven't taken Baron yet.
You know what? No! Shin!
I died to a bot. Report me.
Report Yordle for feeding. Oh, feeding is a term that we give to people who have died repetitively without getting any kills, then have fed the enemy team.
I like to say when that happens to me that I was just being a gourmet chef and they all looked very hungry.
Well, I'm gonna go see if I can solo dragon. Anyone want to watch this?
We're watching you. So he's gonna try to take on Dragon all by his
Last midget.
lonesome.
Those
Go
20
you.
stacks though.
My goodness. Look, the dragon's not doing any damage to him and the dragon's already at half health. My goodness,
That's
Kevin
because
is
I have
broken.
spell vamp. Spell vamp is something that most champions can only get about roughly 20%. But spell vamp is the more ability damage, magic damage you do from your abilities, the more health you get back from doing said abilities. Oh look, 3v1 again. 4v1. Yes. Oh, I forgot I used alt on dragon and failed because alt no effect dragon. Where's my penta?
Penta means he got all 5.
Rise. I wanna
There he
kill
is.
Rise. There he is. No, come here. Yes.
Good job.
I would have to admit the funniest pentakill I've ever gotten was I went from mid lane, killed 4 of them there, teleported top lane, and killed the 5th person.
I've never gotten a pentakill with Ash, but she's
I did it as Master Yi, and I was screwing around and built 4 Infinity Edges.
oh
An
dear Lord.
Infinity Edge gives you 80 damage, gives you 25% crit chance, and makes it where if you crit, you do 250% of damage of your damage instead of the regular 200% of your damage. Now, I've had a lot of people tell me that's a bad idea. It's not the most cost-efficient way to get 100% crit, but with 4 items, you get 100% crit chance and 320 extra damage. So I'd say it's rather worth it.
Alright, we just had an inhibitor go down, which has some perks for us. Since we took one of those down, it'll start spawning what are called super minions. So
Dum, dum,
in
dum.
addition to our little blue minions that have been going around, you'll start seeing some larger ones. They're much harder to kill. Very, very helpful
And they
in
have
helping
an
us win the game
aura.
now.
They have an aura that make all the minions around them, including especially other super minions, they make them even more super. So
Oh,
dropping
I forgot I have an aura. Thank you for mentioning auras.
you're welcome. So having
Sorry.
a lot of super minions out is really, really helpful, especially at this point in the game. Let me see if I can't find a super minion. There's one. There he is.
They
He's
wouldn't make
taller
it
than
to
all the
us.
rest.
Oh, there we go.
There he is, and he's got a really big hammer and a really big door shield. He's kind of like my brother-in-law. He took the door off his closet and he put handles on it and he said, "It's a shield."
I will kill him in base. Kennen don't care.
Oh yeah, you can't walk in base.
Ah!
You die.
Yeah.
I didn't even walk in.
So what they meant was, is right here the enemy base. If you walk into it, Oh, game ended before it happened. But if you walk into it, a giant laser of death comes down and you get obliterated.
As
It's
you saw me get killed.
We weren't on screen, but we saw the text spam come up.
Ah,
Sorry.
uh,
I was focused on me. I'm not a wasn't a spectator on that one.
I wonder if we could bring somebody in. Um, would you still be able to stream it if you're watching it?
she should be, but she's gonna be behind schedule. So would be
Oh,
pretty
that's
much
right.
us not saying anything while she tries to go over it all.
Yeah. If you wanted to have me just kind of talk about gameplay, it would be best if we got a sixth person in here, and I would sit in a different room
We
basically, and I would
actually what we could
spectate.
do because what we could do is we could have you pretty much spectate but be in the game. That way you are on the same timer as us. Like it's us five, but we going like if we're gonna do another bot game to show off a little bit more, you can stand around and just watch us all while we play and you explain and spectate from inside the game.
Kind of like what I
Well,
was trying to do.
I guess before we do that, what do you guys think that we might have missed this last game, if anything? Um, any questions?
roles.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about the role. I mean, we sort of did, but we
We
Kind of.
kind of
kind
went
of
over
didn't.
them, but maybe not into as much detail as we probably could have gone.
You still have my pictures, don't you, Kat?
Yes, I do.
All right, fantastic. Why don't we take a minute to talk about this? And if you guys are comfortable enough, we'll jump into an actual PvP game and kind of shut up and just show people kind of how that
Yes.
actually
If we
works.
do that, I'm not gonna troll around and go Kennen top.
Sounds like
Kennen is
a
not normally a top laner, and I only went him top lane because he is. It was a bot game, and I tend to like to do things that aren't in the meta. And the meta is the term that we use for what's in the normal, what they expect you to play, or what's suggested to be played.
Speaking
And
of
Kennen is
top,
definitely not a meta top laner.
would you mind telling us a little bit about the top in the current meta?
In the current meta for top lane, I'm honestly not the best person to ask about it, but what you won't normally see that's meta now at games is a champion called Darius, and champions like one's called Riven. Rek'Sai has been a popular top laner, and Rek'Sai is the newest champion to the game, who is considered highly OP right now, aka overpowered, because she's ridiculous, especially if she gets fed. But then again, who isn't ridiculous when they get fed?
Ash.
No,
True
Ash can be
that.
ridiculous. I mean, you get a fed Ash, and you get
She
that
kites you for that.
100% your guaranteed crit that you get occasionally. You just hit somebody with it. I've seen Ash one-shot people.
Oh yes,
True
Ash
that.
can be an excellent.
Oh,
Ash
just
can
be
she
glad.
can kite.
I gotta say, everybody's gotta be glad that Ash's ult does not scale off of 80 and is not able to crit anymore. Because it used to scale off of 80 and it used to be able to crit. So she'd just be like, pew, and people would die. It was ridiculous. Now it scales off AP. I've
So
seen some crazy
so
stuff with an AP Ash era though. I was
The
watching one game
acronyms
where
that
this
he was
Ash and this
using.
Jinx.
Sorry, let me
Okay,
explain
yeah.
the
AD stands for attack damage and AP stands for ability power. Gotcha. I gotta explain my acronyms more often.
Jeez.
We are teaching people a new language after all.
well, you gotta explain that the top lane is not usually just champions like you mentioned. Right now,
Yeah,
the new meta
right
is
now the meta
okay.
is like to sum it up is top laners are usually a more either tankier or bruiser type build, which means tanky means that you're building like straight defensive. That way you're trying to stay alive as long as possible and lock down the enemy or take the damage so your teammates don't have to. Or a bruiser, which means they'll build a defense item or two and then a lot of AD.
I think
There's
one of the
Sorry,
a
important
repeat that,
things
Cameron.
to remember about top is top in the team fight phase of the game, the last part, is your initiator, the one who's going to go in first. It is your tank. It is the person who's going to lead that charge. Without somebody
And
that's
that's
strong enough
only
like
if
that,
they're a
you get
tankier
squished.
person. That's only if they
Exactly.
are a
only.
tankier person, though. I mean, your top
Um,
laner's not always going to be your tank. Sometimes you'll get junglers like a Mumu and Sejuani, if you don't recognize the name. You can look them up in the
right.
store, that are normally built extremely tanky and still do a lot of damage and a lot of CC, which is crowd control, which means they're locking down the people so that the other team can do, so that your team can do damage while they're stunned and such, are unable to do damage.
Exactly.
Usually
An
abbreviated
excellent
as
top
CC.
laner.
And an excellent top laner that is ridiculous is a champion called Darius. He's also referred to as the Dunk Master because his ultimate ability, which is normally what people said on their R, he literally dunks your opponent. Yeah, he jumps in the air and drops his axe on their head.
Well, thank you so much for that, Alistair. Yorda, would you mind telling us a little bit about your position in jungle there?
Well, jungle is very, I guess, is very open to a lot of champions in this new meta. Um, I seen everything. I think
Except
I seen
Jungle
it all.
Ash.
I seen, yeah, there, I seen that too.
I've seen jungle Ash.
I want to learn
Yeah,
the
like
Jungle Ash.
jungle used to be limited to lifesteal champions or champions that can kill the minions fast enough so that they can get their life back. That was the meta, but now absolutely every single champion can really do jungle. I seen Ashe, and Ashe is really doesn't have that much health, therefore she can die quickly. But I seen it and it works great. I seen Teemo jungle. Teemo is
I
probably the,
twisted fate jungle.
if not the most. Teemo is probably, if not the favorite champion of all, and also the most hated. Also the most hated because it's a cute little rat running around. But yeah,
Right.
jungle is usually the lane that either carries or just literally supports. Jungle's job is
Or
to
feeds.
help lanes. Sometimes that happens. Jungle sometimes they needs what it needs is a tank that has some kind of stun or some kind of CC, meaning like crowd control, that will slow down the enemy enough so the fight will be 2 versus 1. So if mid laner is a 1 versus 1 lane, I come in and it becomes a 2 versus 1 lane. My job is to make it easy for the mid laner or my team, so either me or mid lane, will get the kill and we'll get ahead in lane.
Or you burn summoner spells like
What else?
Flash.
Oh yes, summoner spells are very useful in the laning phase and as a jungler. Usually the jungler will use their summoner spells to secure kills, to make sure the kills are taken and time is not wasted. The biggest thing about jungling is timing. Um, if you can time yourself, so then you can be in the same level as everyone in other lanes, then you got jungle. You understand jungle. Jungle is about farming, meaning take killing minions in the jungle, so then you can be as good as people in lane. Another thing is that uh, sometimes, well, most of the time, if you're playing a ranked game, it's jungle versus jungle. You're trying to get the other jungle to stay behind, and you're also trying to, at the same time, get kills or counter the enemy jungle's attack on your friendly lane. If I see if I see mid laning, this is an example of timing. If I know that at 3 minutes mark there's gonna be a gank on one lane, I gotta set myself ready so I can go and help out my laner that I know is gonna be ganked soon. Gank is when you have a 2 versus 1 lane and it's usually helped by a jungle. I think that's mostly all I can say about jungle. I mean, we can get more specific about it, but I think jungle is if not the most important role in the game because usually the game is if if the team loses, it's most of the players actually blame the jungle because the jungle it's like the helping hand, and if he can't help, then if he can't help, then you can't really win the game.
Yeah, I'd say that jungle is one of the more complex positions. All of them are important and serve a different thing, but as a little bit of an outsider when it comes to jungling, I can definitely say that one of the important things that I can think that you may not have mentioned yet is just general map awareness. Everybody needs it, but the jungler pretty much has to live and breathe that. Am I right?
Oh yeah, you
Agreed.
need to
I
have your
apologize
eyes
if you
wide
start
open.
hearing my back noise and everything. I'm trying to get my sensitivity set up
Yeah.
properly. I'm trying to make it to where it's less sensitive so you don't hear the people in my back.
I gotcha. It was pretty loud there for a bit. Sorry.
Higher or lower sensitivity is better.
Lower is better.
The other thing that jungle should be watching is wards. Wards is gives you vision, and a jungle that doesn't ward is a selfish jungle. A jungle needs to ward to help out the lanes. Um, pink wards stay the whole game unless someone destroys it because it's visible to the enemy team. Now the green wards they help out temporary and they help the enemy no they don't help the enemy, they help the team, the laners to see what's coming up. If for example people go back to lane and everyone's back to lane and no one realizes that there's 4 people in mid now, that could be avoided by putting wards. And I think that's very crucial. Jungle, like I said before, it needs to be he needs to be selfless. If Jungle gets all the kills, I don't want to say that they can carry. I want to say that they could probably cause a problem. That's why Jungle should let the lanes, each lane that he ganks, get, and there's no INT unless, well, unless you're the
That's
best
very
player in the
true.
team, it becomes kind of a kind of an exception. If you're the best in the team and you take all the kills, it kind of becomes an exception. But you want to let the lanes
Yeah.
get the kills.
Understanding your role for each of us, mid, top, jungle, attack, damage, carry, support, all of us have to work together, and that's one of the things that can be really great about League is it really promotes teamwork. But one of the reasons why the Gaming Mommies League group exists is because there is um, a lot of strife and a lot of anger that comes through some players when people don't understand the role or are just learning it or for whatever reason. So it's one of those great things, but also one of those hard things to deal with, which is one of the things we're trying to build is a community where we actually do really cherish and work in that teamwork. And part of that is, yes, understanding your role, but also having patience with people as they learn. Would you agree?
I agree completely.
Oh,
And
totally.
in terms of the selflessness that Yordle was commenting on and the teamwork, that you had been mentioning as the ADC. I don't know if you had caught it, but sometime during the game, I was just recalling it. Lulu had taken one of the kills that I was working on. Sorry, my system's lagging. Hang on a second. There we go. Sorry about that. So Lulu had taken one of the kills that I was working on, and if you recall, the Lulu player went, "Oh, sorry about that," and I didn't really comment on it. In a normal game, my typical comment, um, or in a normal game, you might see, if the support takes the kill from the ADC, the ADC gets angry and goes, "Hey, don't steal my kill." You kill stealer, or they'll abbreviate and they'll go KS, KS, and they'll get really angry about it. And I think that it's really important to realize that, well, yeah, the kill's probably more important for the ADC. A kill is a kill, and you're still going toward the same goal. And a dead enemy player means that there's less enemy players on the field, and you're that much closer to getting your goal. So my mindset is, if the support takes the kill out from under me as I'm the ADC, KS stands for kill secured.
Beautiful. Could you tell us a little bit more about ADC? Do you feel like there's anything that you missed in game that you would like for people to know about that position?
Sure. There was some things that I missed. I mentioned the last hitting. I didn't get a chance to go into the different items build, but they definitely usually go for attack power, attack damage type items, and they want to build them pretty quick. There's a lot of different great YouTube tutorial videos out there for all the different roles that go into the different things you have. But with the ADC, kind of the main mindset in playing that role is early game, play safe. Stay behind your minions. Try not to get yourself into a position where you can't easily escape. Stay nearish to your support so that they can either heal you, shield you, or block for you. And if you're taking heal or flash, feel free to use those and save those defensively. Flash can get you over walls or out of area effect traps kind of thing, out of range quickly. And heal, while also giving you hit points, speeds you up and makes you run faster. So those are some nice escapes that are typical to most ADCs. Mid game, it's all about going in and trying to secure less hits on everything. Anytime you come near a creature, a minion, a tower, a player, if they've got only a sliver of health and you can do just enough damage to drop them, do it. Get as much gold as fast as possible. Late game, it's all about steamrolling. Just get out there and pump out the damage. Always, always, always focus on trying not to die. And so that leads me right into the support. The support is your best friend as the ADC.
Go ahead and take that rage.
Alrighty. Yeah, support. It's all about keeping the ADC alive, and from what I understand, from how I play, usually it's the support's job to do wards. I know Alistair, I think it was saying jungle does that. I don't know how
The
it is in the meta these days, but
um, One of the things I've found with support, I play a little bit of both mid and support, is in the modern meta, it's helpful for everybody to ward, is especially the jungle and especially the support. Um, but it's definitely moved to more of a team effort to make sure we have that vision than just the individual.
okay, makes sense. But yeah, as support, generally you're buying items for movement speed to help your teammates move faster, shields. You generally first thing you buy is something that increases your what's the word, your gold income, since you're not going to be killing any creeps or anything. You're going to be letting the attack damage carry do all that, letting them get the last hit on the creeps. You're going to be letting them, get the champion kills. Pretty much, you're letting them do all the work while you're keeping them alive. Um, Champion wise, I've seen a fair bit. Usually I use Lulu. Another one of my favorites is Nami. She has a different set of abilities that I mean, depending on who you're laning with, it can help out pretty well considering. Lulu has shields and her main ability, her Q, is a slow if you can hit enemies with it. And then her W is a movement speed buff, or if you use it on a champion, it turns them into a squirrel, and they can't do anything for a couple seconds. And then for Nami, she's got a bubble, which is better for CC, crowd control. If you land the bubble, it pops champions into the air, or, creeps as well, depending on what you hit for, 2 seconds, I think? It's a decent amount of
Sounds about
time.
right.
And she's got a heal that, depending on the proximity of where you use it, if there's a champion next to what you're hitting it with, it can bounce and hit other champions and do damage to them, or it can hit friendlies and heal them. And then I think her E was increasing damage of whatever friendly champion you select. And then her ult is a gigantic wave that really screws people over. um, I don't remember if the wave has knock up or anything, but I know
It does. It's a
it's
major
pretty good at
knock.
controlling. Okay, okay. I can't really think of anything else I might have missed right now. Items are, covered. Generally, you want to go with a mana regen item as well, because if you didn't notice in that last game, I was running out of mana a lot. And I think that might cover it for now. I'm trying to think if I missed anything.
No, it's actually pretty straightforward. I mean, essentially, as a support, I've heard it described as being a babysitter, and you're just trying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're just trying to help your AD carry to succeed, and let don't let them get killed. You're essentially, again, using the term poke, trying to poke down the enemy champions so that your AD carry gets fed, gets all the farm that they need, and once you get them poked down, try and give them the kill, and that's essentially bot lane for you.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
think that about sums it up. Anyone else have anything that I might have missed?
Position, position, positioning. That's a little
Ah, yes,
advanced, but
positioning.
I think that that's more advanced than what we've got for tonight. Scrubbing Bubbles was just kind of an intro, welcome back for those players who have not been playing the game for a while, and a let's get your feet wet now that we've cleaned the rift for you for brand new players. Do you want to show them some PvP action or is it getting a little late?
I would love to show a little bit of that action. I think I essentially discussed mid pretty well during our thing. It's one of the least complicated in concept. It's just really lively in action. It's, I guess, hard to describe in that way. But just kind of a little recap for that before we move forward. Um, the mid laner, essentially, your job is to farm and to farming being collecting as many of the creeps as you can, um, and to zone out or poke down the enemy champion, so that they can't collect those creeps in turn and drive them back to base so that they continually are under leveled. It's probably the primary purpose of a mid laner in the laning phase or the early game. In late game, in most cases, that's going to be your poke, your burst. Burst, again, being um, mid champions tend to have a lot of quick movement, a lot of stuns or lassos, however you want to look at that, that allow the rest of the team to really move in. Like with Ari, who I played in this last game, her stun is going to be the little hearts that you saw going out draws the enemy champs towards you, which allows the rest of your team the opportunity to get in on that action. Several other mids, Morgana, um, she has a stun as well, but she also has like a draining attribute called Tormented Soil that if you can get the enemy stuck in that again with the crowd control. I'm trying to think. There are some that are less crowd control. If somebody might help me out with it, like
Oriana doesn't, I think, doesn't have very
Brand.
big stuns as a mid.
Yeah.
Talon doesn't have any stuns. He just throws things. Let's see who else doesn't have stuns.
It most of the ones you just said, they do have some kind of
They
slow.
oh, do they? Yeah, clearly, I don't play mid laner.
Yes. Talon's Q, I believe, where he throws his daggers, his three daggers, it slows
Yes,
down
his
the enemy.
that's his W. His W does it,
W.
but his E, which allows him to jump to his opponent, slows them for 99% of their movement speed for like a second or two.
Oriana's the same. Oriana's, if you land a Q and a W, you slow down the enemy, I think by 50% or 60%. And if you land and if you walk up to your W, it gives you movement speed. So you have good mobility and you can slow them down. And Oriana's ult is also a crowd control ability.
Oh yeah,
If you
anything
put
anybody falls inside her ultimate pulls them inside. And it's ridiculous. Can be used for a lot of lockdown.
Yeah, so mid does tend to be your primary crowd control, either mid or your support, sometimes your top. It really depends on what kind of composition you're going for as a team, and that's the sort of thing that you develop depending on who you're playing with. If you're playing casually, it's a bit harder, but if you're playing with the same group of people, you kind of know what everybody's going for and can build accordingly. Alright, so who's ready for a little bit of PvP?
Let's
I've been
do
waiting.
it.
If other people have time.
I am ready.
Alright, let's go.
But I have to be right back. I won't be gone for too long. Give me a moment.
That's fine. Does anybody else need water or anything?
No, but now that I think about it, or sorry, my phone's beeping. But I recall that we didn't really go over missing lanes or anything when champions are missing in lane. It's a really good idea to be calling that to let your other teammates know that your lane is empty or there's a champion missing in it.
Absolutely, and there is a ping option for that, which I don't think we showed you in the last video, but hopefully we'll have the opportunity to show you as we move forward. That's going to be your G button in-game, in most cases, unless you've reassigned it. And once you bring that up, you left click and then drag your mouse in the direction of the type of ping you're trying to send. It's a little hard to get used to at first, but once you've done it a little bit, it's really easy to memorize it, and you can just kind of fling those notes to let people know what's going on.
Yeah, and then I did use it once, but I don't know if you were actually on me at the time that I did it.
I
Well,
don't
they
think
wouldn't
I
have been
was.
able to see it unless it was under cats.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, I think she did refer to it earlier. She did point
Okay.
out when I pinged to go top lane and kill the person. She was explaining it, but she didn't explain the button that was used, which was
Sorry
I think
about that.
it's I don't even know what button I use. I just do it. Someone say G.
Yeah, I think mine's
Yeah,
set to
it's
control.
G.
There's a couple ones, right?
It's
It's not only
default to
G.
G.
I'll
There's
try
like
to on this next one show
Hold
the
on, I'm
pings kind
back,
of
but
at
I
the
can't hear
beginning
you
part.
guys. My headphones are really touchy at this point. So I have to make sure I can get this to work, you guys. Alright, there we go.
On this next game, I'll try to point out where all the pings are before we get started. So I'll do a lot of talking kind of in the opening. And
Great.
then I think we should just run this as a typical, this is how communication should work in this in a PvP situation. In this game, communication is key.
Should we demonstrate a lot of the types of players? How we have those people that are just rude for no reason and all that stuff? Or are we just gonna
We're
be the kind people we are?
Let's be the exemplary, and whatever we get on the other side is what we get.
hey, are we gonna stick with the same roles or are we gonna keep the same?
Are we gonna switch around if... Like, cause I
I
actually
think
main jungle.
And I
But
actually
I'm
want to
fine
go
with continuing
Timo top.
Okay.
go what's best for
I'll
you
go
since we're
Darius.
playing against an actual team.
I was gonna go Darius and try and just wreck them. But let's do draft pick, please and thank you. Cause that allows
Ooh,
us to,
yes.
draft pick is good. Because then we can switch around if we have to. And also, that also allows us to show them the banning process and everything. But and also
That's true.
allows us to talk to them about countering your enemy's pick. So like, say if they pick a Riven, he's not gonna go Teemo. I'm gonna go Darius because I just wreck Riven as Darius.
I,
Right.
I,
That's something that I would definitely love to show people in the future, but again, keeping it with the very basics, I think we'd rather go with like team builder or a normal this evening because we're not teaching ranked play.
let's go with the team builder this time,
All
and we'll
right.
get into ranked play on one of our more advanced videos. So to get to team builder, you're going to go to your play button in the very center. But this time, instead of going co-op versus AI, we're going to go to PvP. Sticking with the classic game mode and the Summoner's Rift game map for PvP, you want to go to game type normal, team builder. You can either queue up solo or as a party. We're going to queue up as a party because there's already 5 of us. Here, you've got your invite option again. Notice how the people that I'm playing with already are listed at the very top. So I'm going to go ahead and add them. Click, 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 click. And the position, since I played Ash last, the game and the computer already realizes that I really like to play Ash. So they've already pre-assigned me as the bottom lane and her role as the marksman. Again, if you're new to the game, don't worry about runes or masteries. Those are something that will be worked on in a later video probably. And then here are the summoner spells. You can click on them in order to see what spells you have and which ones you want to choose. Mousing over them tells you what those particular summoner spells do, so you can read them and see which one you need. Notice how some of them have special level requirements. So if you are just starting out, you're going to have just the ones that say level 1. You won't have any of the others available to you until you hit the required summoner level to use them.
Oh, it's interesting. They actually lowered the level requirement for Flash down to 8 from 12. And increased the level requirement for Smite from 3 to 10. People were trying to jungle before it was capable because you can't jungle when you're really low level because you're extremely squishy no matter what champion you pick.
Ooh, are we switching lanes? Alistair? You guys
I've had bad luck as jungle today, and I like to do some off-the-wall junglers, so I don't think that's something we should show them today.
Well, we're just
okay.
on the basic game
I'll go
mechanics.
Timo.
Huh? Like I like to do a
I was
Twisted Fate jungle on.
I was about to go Timo jungle. Then it's okay.
I'm fine with
Go
going
for it.
Timo jungle.
Scout's honor.
Alright.
The power of the Scouts code.
I have the ultimate skin.
Reporting for duty.
Ultimate skin, guys. Ultimate skin. Coming up.
Super Teemo or Astronaut Teemo?
No, Cottontail Timo. Cottontail Timo beats all.
All right, and at this
I
point,
disagree. Oh,
if you
hold
have
on. I don't have the right pages up.
If right at this point, if you're the one who built the game, then you're going to wait for everyone to click ready. If you have joined someone else's game, then you will have a button that says ready. When you're ready to start the game, you'll click ready. Team captain's the one who started the team. Once everyone has queued and is ready, the gray button the button at the bottom that's currently grayed out that says play game will light up and be able to be clicked, and that will start our game.
Oh, I have to go tanky Rek'Sai. I don't want to go tanky Rek'Sai.
QQ!
Oh, well, I'm gonna do what I want.
I'll do what I want, what I really, really want. So do what you want, what you really,
So,
really.
tell me what you want, what you really want, I want. Oh, Zyra mid, that's an interesting pick. We have a lot of AP.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Do we want to
Yeah,
switch that up?
Timo, you're gonna be ridiculous after 6
Ridiculous after 6 because you're just gonna play shrooms everywhere.
everywhere. One of us. One of us. Did the game restart again?
Nope,
Ah,
we're ready to go. And now it's entered us into a
we're all ready.
searching for a match. So what the system is doing now is finding other players who did Team Builder. Looks like they found a match for us. There it is.
I'm doing something, Jackson, so yeah, quiet. I apologize about that. Tell my little brother to be quiet, because he likes to make a lot of noise.
Mistakes were made. Jax and MSG. This will be a fun game.
Oh, I gotta go against Jax. That should be easy. If I get to level 3 first. Oh,
If
you
you
wanna
get a
counter
pop,
strike me? How about I knock you up?
I should have gotten Ghost. I should have gotten Ghost. I should have gotten Ghost.
I wanna eat
I want
Master
to eat
Yi.
Master Yi.
Just for the viewers, Timo is not usually a jungle that you can just go. You have to master it.
Just like Twisted Fate Jungle.
Kite, kite, kite. Ooh, we haven't.
And then at level 6,
And then at level 6,
Shroom,
Now for our
shroom.
viewers, you may have noticed little borders around. That's because some of us have done ranked play. That's all that means. We'll go into ranked play at a later
Yeah.
time.
I've done ranked play, but it only shows in because I've only done it on 3v3s.
And waddle away, waddle, waddle, waddle.
Timo has the
I will
best
warn
skin.
you
I will
guys,
warn
I
you.
might randomly say some randomness of randomness, or just randomly start singing random songs.
Okay.
Add some
Are
character.
you
Look at
gonna
Timo.
need Leash or anything like that?
Absolutely.
He's Timo.
Timo.
That's why I asked. So probably hard leash.
Yeah. Oh, we got someone creeping in.
They're like,
Or
oh, let's
invading.
let's invade the. Why did you flash?
Because I wanted to.
Ultimate
Run.
disrespect.
Run.
Ultimate disrespect right there.
Totes.
Like, you should look at me and show them. Let me show them my boss dance.
You should look at
You
me
watching?
and
You
show
watching?
my amazing invisibility.
Are you
I'm hidden.
watching?
Are you watching?
No.
No.
I'm
Sorry.
watching.
Watch me. Let me show them my boss
Okay,
dance.
go. Wait, where are you? I don't know where you are. Oh, there you are.
Top left.
Fine.
There's your boss. Do your dance.
Ready?
Yeah. Hee hee, super cute.
You see my Timo ultimate disrespect skin right here.
Meet Rek'Sai, people.
Meet Rek'Sai.
Rek'Sai is a girl, just so you know.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I can do a handstand on the sea. Woo! My top laner is not here currently, so I have no idea where
They're
they are.
Never lose focus.
He gave Master Yi a hard leash, a really hard leash is what it was.
You're on the right path. I won't miss. Stand together.
I might need a little bit of help mid. I do struggle with Heimer.
I don't
Remember,
play
I'm
Heimer
Timo.
like
I don't
ever.
play.
I'm on my way.
We'll unite the Freljord. We must press on.
He ghosted, man. He ghosted her. I don't know how you kill you. Kill you so fast. You gotta. The main thing
It
about
was a
facing the
turret.
Heimer thing is. Yeah, the main thing about facing Heimer thing, you have to clear the turrets before starting.
Peace requires a steady hand.
Azir with those pokes, man. He's eating my face.
Wait, who got first blood?
I won't
Heimerdinger.
stray.
They
Oh,
did.
Heimerdinger
They
killed me.
died.
Oh, feel free to come start heading up this direction. I'm gonna make him think
I'm gonna
I
make
disappeared.
disappear.
Oh yeah, I like it. I'm on
Nope.
my.
Nope.
He must have it warded.
I always take the high ground.
He tried backing. And I'm like, nah, not happening. So I poked him.
I water for you.
For the Freljord.
Now I'm gonna go get my red.
Thank you for the ward, I appreciate it.
So mom's not coming home tonight?
That's
I'm
what it
gonna
looks
need a
like,
back
Jason,
then.
isn't it?
True. She'll be home by now.
Forget you, Master Yi.
She works in the morning tomorrow, which means
Ooh, Master Yi. You think you can take him on? I'm on my way.
If you can come up
If
here,
you
then
can,
I will probably be
then
able to
I
get
will
him.
probably be able to get him.
Let's show him some disrespect right here.
I'm ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, go. And
That
that's the
works.
scout. The
That
scout.
works.
Scout's code.
That's the
Could use some
power of the
support bot.
Scout's cone.
We are one people.
And I ran. I ran so far away. Look at my team I'm running. I just ran. I suggest getting some magic resist Sarah and trying to stay as lane as long as possible because I can't go there. We're gonna die together if I go mid. Yes. And I'm getting lots of gold.
It's OP champ
It's
versus
OP
OP champ. I love it.
Mid lane's having some troubles.
We're having a
But I
little
will
bit
come back.
of issue here, bot lane, if you're able to get down here after you help mid.
Swiftly now.
I will at level 6 for sure be ganking. If I go bot lane,
Feel what is hidden.
It's gonna be a toughie. Well, I don't know. I think I can go bot lane soon. Careful there, guys. On my way. Scouts code.
10-4.
It's on his way. One,
No, Jack
two.
says
No,
his
Jack says
passive
his
from his ultimate
passive
now.
from his ultimate now.
He died. He tower dived. The pros.
The plays are real.
We are one people.
Oh, the
MIA,
flash.
don't know where.
Disrespect.
MIA.
Don't know where.
Bot lane is going back to lane. Going back to his base.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to.
Awesome.
We must press on. An enemy has been slain.
I don't think Jax was expecting that. He's like, hey, let me come up the farm. I'm just like, knock up, Q, eat, ignite, walk away.
Well, look at this Hammerdinger. He has a pink right here. And I'm killing it. I almost killed Master Yi. It's not that hard.
No, if he comes to me,
No, if
he's
he comes to
probably
me.
red.
Your team has destroyed a turret. A summoner has disconnected.
Good job.
See, I took teleport in case I need to go to other lanes because I don't have to teleport back to lane because I am Rek'Sai and I have her ultimate, which is a nifty little thing that allows me to fly to any tunnel I have made, no matter where it's at. So
Nice! Kill secured, baby.
I was all like, look, I'm Rek'Sai and fly to top lane. Like, I don't need it.
I don't.
Oh, behind you guys. He took my blue. You should try to kite him. Ult him.
I used my ult already. Oh, I can't believe I left. I've got it back, by the way.
Can't believe.
I don't know why you just tried to jump on me.
I always take the high ground.
You mind if I have our next red?
I'm Timo, man. You are
Rek'Sai,
fed.
who's
Rek'Sai.
getting fed. Do you mind if I have our red?
Fine.
Wasn't sure if that was a yes or a no, because you're like, I'm Timo, man. I'm like,
It's the coats.
uh,
Is there?
Heimerdinger's gonna get ganked here in a second, because I ain't letting this guy snowball any more than he is.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
No, it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. I'm not upset.
It's
I'm not
a-
upset.
Let him
it's a
push,
hard
Just let
lane.
him push and I'm gonna come down.
Heimerdinger beats all.
He does beat a lot. Now, if you
I'm
can get,
away
if
mid
you
too.
can get assist as I come in, that would be wonderful.
Lots of turrets.
He's going back.
It's warded.
Do not confuse mercy for weakness.
Ah ha ha ha. I towered over and he hit me. The Timo is strong. Oh, yeah, he
The
had his
Timo is
blue.
strong
The
in this
Timo-
one.
Oh, the disrespect.
That's what he gets for trying to be a donger. I don't allow no dongers getting fed in this place.
Do you have bot or do you want me to run down there?
I don't have teleport.
I don't
have teleport, also I teleport down.
That's a Jack.
It'll
That's a
take-
Jack, isn't it?
Yeah, that was Jax.
Yeah, it is.
Timing,
Yeah,
timing,
yeah.
timings.
He
I
can't
don't
do
think you're
anything.
gonna
He
stay
can't do
long.
anything.
And I'm leaving.
Leaving.
I'm on my way too. Look at this. Look at me. I'm running fast.
Just showing you my position.
I'm coming too. I'm gonna tunnel my way there.
I'm mana.
Good job.
Scout's code.
Let's take that tower.
I take dragon at this point.
Yeah, let's
It's
do dragon.
I'm actually gonna come up behind him like this.
I do my best work.
Push them if you can, because they're not gonna get
Are we
away.
pushing? Okay, fine. And then we'll get dragon after we push him.
I love how I'm right here and Master Yi walked right past me.
Dragon, 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 dragon,
No
dragon,
deal.
dragon.
I want Graves.
Okay.
This
I want
Graves
Graves.
mine.
This is mine.
Let's go do dragon. I need a tanky mid. Tank. Didn't really need to use heal. That's okay.
I always take the high ground. Peace required.
I'm putting them wards, them mushrooms.
My arrows fly true.
Oh, his name should be the giver.
We're on the right path.
Yeah, I'm fed.
Yeah, I'm.
There's no fans
There's no
about that
fans
one.
about that one.
Is it just me, or
You
are
need to
we
head back
playing
to your
with
top
bots?
lane because you've got a lot of creeps there by your tower.
Oh, I got you.
We look at Rex
The
as
creeps
wolves.
aren't going anywhere. Tower's not going anywhere.
You won't lead us astray.
Jax has said screw lane if he hasn't. Oh, there he is. He's like, I can't do crap top lane, so let's try and do something
Yeah,
someplace
yeah,
else.
he's trying to push bottom.
He's trying
Make
to
him
do some
pay
sort
for
of
it.
help, and it's not gonna help.
I'm going
Oh yeah,
bot
trust me.
lane.
Oh yeah, trust me. The top lane's going.
Look at this Heimerdinger and his pinks. He thinks he's in the LCS.
Oh, look at this Master Yi.
Oh, look at this Master Yi.
He's like, look, I'm gonna hold top. Bet I dare him to start moving.
No one escapes my aim.
Oh, you don't have to flash for that. You're gonna die. Be careful.
I didn't mean to. I was trying
Arrow
to ignite
incoming.
him.
United, we are stronger.
Coming mid.
Look at this Jax.
Do you know if this top bush is warded?
No.
I really don't know. But I'm gonna bait it. I'm the master baiter. Oh, look at them.
Oh my god, you're gonna die!
I lagged out. Sorry.
I love taunting them. Bad donger. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to just dive that yet. Timo,
I'm just
taunt them,
putting
get
them-
them to bait. If you can get them to come
I'm
at you,
trying
If you can get them to come at you, they're dead.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, mistakes were
Bad
made.
Timo.
Bad Timo.
Mistakes were made.
Do not confuse
Donger's mistakes were made. I'm gonna take red buff real quick.
You may.
I will not destroy anyone.
I don't like that he's sitting here waiting for us.
I'm
Oh,
going to back.
oh,
Going back.
someone is really wanting to kill them. Ooh, nice job, nice save.
You're welcome. Flash
You're
for the
welcome.
win. I love using my flash aggressively.
You're not the only one. It's a very wonderful thing to do.
Yeah.
Did someone die? Oh, why now? Why now? I'm on my way for gank soon. Get ready, set, poke.
Who'd I hit?
You hit Jax.
Nice.
Stopped him so I could kill him.
You're very welcome. Support Ash for the win.
Yeah, thank you.
This is why Timo's so strong.
This is why Rek'Sai is so strong. Master Yi just like tried to stop me from taking turret, and I was like, no. I took turret,
Uh,
I took
and then
turret.
killed him. So here, let me attack you while you're taking turret. Nope.
My aim is steady.
Dragon's not up yet.
My
And
best work from afar. Faster than my arrow?
Oh, that's cute. They think they're gonna 2v1 me.
Peace requires a steady hand.
if they can't, I'll report them. Report
I'm
it.
I'm 2v1 here, bottom lane.
I'm on my way.
I'm going to teleport in on Teemo's room behind you.
Uh, they agreed to surrender.
Just surrender.
Up.
Of course they did.
Of course they
I just
did.
2v1
I just
Master
2v1
Yi and
Master Yi and
Jax.
Jax.
And that's the
Two
game.
champions are supposed to be OP.
I don't know about you, but I think I was the second best player.
Did
Look,
I die a single time that
Did I
game?
die?
I fed 2 kills on purpose for the team.
On purpose.
My stats are so bad.
It was a hard lane for you. Heimerdinger needs to have another
The
poke.
only
Yeah,
thing I didn't have the
Heimer
most of was assists.
mid.
Heimer mid is ridiculous. My Heimer anywhere is stupid.
Yeah, I don't like versus Heimer anywhere.
Well, let me go ahead and end our
I think the spot
broadcast
that ticks
night.
me off the most about Heimer is Heimer support.
Unless there was anything else
Sorry.
midnight that you wanted to do tonight.
Really, no, that was really great. I enjoyed playing with you guys. Look forward to doing this again sometime.
Thank you. Can we talk
Yeah,
about
definitely.
how OP Rek'Sai is?
Let me kill the stream first. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was what a Friday night here with gamingmommies.com. We were doing our Scrubbing Bubbles event, an introduction to 5v5 and PvP for new players or return old players for League of Legends. I was your streamer at Kachisa, joined by our moderator, Midnight. I will learn to speak, I swear. And we were joined with a couple of members of the community and
You
some
will learn the English.
I will English and some old buddies of mine who I hadn't seen in a while. So it was great to reconnect with you guys. I really enjoyed playing with you guys. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.